Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. The NBA playoffs are here. The NFL draft is going on. Major League Baseball is kicking it off. The NHL got their playoff mojo, slicing and dicing across the ice. And, it's just a world of sports stuff everywhere. All right. I'm Spitface, and you are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. Yes, you are. And this morning, it's just me and Flipper. That's right. The First Lady of Sports Talk took her some time off, and I'm just going to say that she's trying to support the casinos in Las Vegas. So she's having a good time there. And First Lady, please enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Now, we may be joined by Kevvy Kev and the Panties Sports fans. We may also be joined by DizzieMac. That's right. Naked, bearskin rug, semi-shake girls. That one. But you got me. You got good old Spitface. Stevie. Right here. Spitface. Me. So, we're going to play, let's see, we got shout out, where we have performances from the winner's circle. Ooh, hey, I like that. I want to be in the winner's circle. I don't want to be in no loser's circle. I want to be in that winner's circle, hanging out with the winners. Plus, 13IRTHMARK. Now, I don't know if that was supposed to be a play on birthmark or whatever, but they did not send me a recording of how to pronounce their name. So you 13IRTHMARK with me, buddy. And if I messed it up, like I said, you did not send me a recording of how to pronounce your group's name. So tough luck, but much love to you. Now, will they find their shining star or get the cold feel of the mute button first? And, will they? So we're ready. What you're saying. Now, each week, we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the players of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you say? Fly, little birdie, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle. Let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little babies known as Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns wish they could fly far away from being down 2-0 against the Oklahoma Thunder. Oh, babies. Devin criticized the referees by saying, in part, in my 11 years, I haven't called a ref out by name, but James, and that would be James Williams, was terrible tonight. Does Devin have a point, regardless how big the fine might be, because he's going to get fined? Does Devin have a point? And so what? Your team is down 2 games against the world champs. What you gonna do? George Foreman, Marvelous Marvin Adler, both rest in peace. Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones Jr., and the Steve Miller Band are asking, what you saying? Well, I'm looking at the situation, and Devin, the officiating wasn't all that good. I got you. I got you, brother. And it's frustrating playing your heart out, and and the reffing could be on let's say a higher plane. Because I don't want to get in no trouble with the NBA. We trying to get in, but we can fit in. So I ain't trying, we ain't trying to piss off the NBA. So, so we're trying to be, we're working on our being diplomatic. But Devin, my man, and you might already get this because, we're going to try to put stuff, and, we ain't going to put nothing in your mouth other than the shoe you already put in. Right now, when your team is down 2 games against the world champs, you return it home to your court, that's all it's about. That's all it is about. Your entire conversation is, all right, look, we going home. I don't care if it's the refs. I don't care if they men, jump out, do whatever. That home cooking, and y'all go turn it around. Look, you ain't getting no poor baby from me. You making too much of their money. Y'all get out there. Somebody dive on the floor, crash the board. Some of you defensive players get around that basket and start getting some offensive rebounds. Defense, get some stuff. Was Dennis Rodman the last NBA player that did the dirty way? Come on, y'all. But Devin, you are going up against the world team. And you are actually going up against a much better team. So, I don't know if you're not going to get swept. Because these boys, they don't even look like, I hate to tell you this, they don't look like they done kicked into the next gear. So you criticize refs, get something, maybe that was your way of saying I criticize refs and that fired up the team. It ain't working. It ain't working, my man. Y'all are in a situation. But, hey, as they say, that's why they play the game. So, hey, take your shot, play your game. Don't whine. And if you got if you playing, some jujitsu mind nail with the, referees where we got called out last game and, maybe we do nothing. It ain't happening, brother. It ain't happening. So, good luck. We wish you well in your pursuit of, making it to the next round. All right. So, let's see here. We got don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years rocking my tears and putting suckers in tears. Making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion. Overpowering over the competition. I'm powered. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. But you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that all gets sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. We are talking about the knockout punch waiting to land on the chin of the Houston Rockets. Artemis 2 was a goal. Yep. But when it comes to the Rockets, mission control, we got a problem. Now, KD was out the first game in the series, and the Rockets took a thumper. He returned for game 2 and took another thumper. And the Rockets avoid getting swept. Leroy Saxon Page, Walter Buck Leonard, and James Fool Papa Bell are asking what you said. Oh, man, Rockets, what, we got a problem, mission control. And I think the problem with the Rockets is they need some help. and it looks like Kevvy Kev that eased it. Kevvy Kev, do the Rockets need some help?
The Rockets need more than help. The mission has failed. They need to go back to Cape Canaveral. They need to figure something out. Is I Dream of Jeannie available? Maybe they need Major Roger Nelson or somebody. They're in trouble.
I'm looking at maybe they need to call Miss Cleo. I mean, they need to go to Christmas something. But Kevvy Kev, I said, look, the first game KD was out, so you could kind of get, okay, but they took a thumping. But then when he came back, they got thumped even more. It was like, oh hell.
No.
Do you think they can avoid getting swept?
I think they've got a real chance of getting swept. I mean, the only thing that's keeping them from being swept is I think that LeBron is talking to Luka's doctors and say, do you need a couple more days? Because if we can give them a game or two, right, to get you back for the next round. But no, they look like their heads in the guillotine about ready to be chopped off. They're done. They're done.
You say sickle fork. Well, sort of along the lines that you were saying. I think they can avoid getting swept, but I'm going to say it's more that that they can win a game against the Lakers. So at least on their own court, they can win one game. But that game better be this one. It better be this one, buddy. All right. All right. Well, let's see. First Lady is in Vegas. Me and Flipper were hanging out, and Flipper wanted to. No, I'll bring this up. Flipper wanted me to make sure that he was represented today, so we gave him an extra can of tuna. We did do that. We tightened but he wanted to make his announcement. Now, stay tuned. Up next, the naked one may poke his head out from under the bearskin rug, but we'll have to see. Now, up next, we have a performance from the winner's circle on Shout Out Part 1. That's right. We're going to be dealing with the winner's circle, not the loser's circle. Kevvy Kev, I like being on the winner's circle. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be on no loser's circle. I want to be on that winner's circle.
Yeah, you might be in a trapezoid or something if you're in the losers one, right?
Oh, it could get bad.
You don't want that. You don't want that. You all oblong and stuff. Yeah, you don't want that.
Welcome back. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. Kevvy Kev and I can't wait to hear the music from the winner's circle, because we were saying we don't hang out with no losing circles. We just don't do it. It's bad for you. Leave them alone. Don't be trying to educate. Folks be trying to, they go skirt the edge of the losers. To a certain, box or whatever. You're going to say trapezoid, they're going to try to skirt it like they're going to educate them. Your ass be all trapped up in there the next thing, you be looking up and go, damn, I turned into a crab and I'm at the bottom of the net. So, leave it alone, and like Reverend Jesse Jackson used to say way back in the day, stay out of the bushes. OJ. All right, on Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we get a track a shout out. Now, if we don't like it, those fingers be hovering around that mute button. Now, we are featuring music from the winner's circle and the album So Be It. I can kind of get that so big. They got the attitude. They say this music is categorized by a blend of rap and soul, designed for an immersive, high-energy experience, known for bringing high energy to the hip-hop scene. It sounds like an advertisement for some weed. What you got? Yeah, so be it. I'm wondering about you, boy. All right, okay. The title of the track is Hula Hoop. Okay, all right, okay. Skittles, huh? Okay, hula hoop. DJ, please roll it.
Okay, hey, we like, round and round we go, where it stop, no one knows, round and round we go, round and round we go, round and round we go, I go through hoops, just to get this money, get that bag, young nigga, don't be no dummy, I spend all my time hustling, might catch me running, and fill it up and keep it coming, ooh, hula hoop, make that money, hula hoop. Your girl hula hoop, then she made it back. I'm certified. My hustle home run, not a pop fly. About to set my homie free, nigga, I'ma style. I'm strictly by the bad fan recognized. I'm Mr. Obvious, I'm about to capitalize. I came here to work, and poppin' no perk. Nah, this easily hurts. It's what I deserve. Hop in the bitch when I swerve. Apple gon' go for my nerves. Bust so hard, I need a jersey. I ain't sweating these hoes cause they thirsty. Fuck how you feel, I got Louis on the beat. My hoopty turn foreign, hit the streets. I started from the bottom, about to beat. And she can tell I get it in by my physique. I got checks, I ain't cash yet. I'm trying to build a temple like the Aztecs. $1 million dreams, $1 million stats. Ball hard for my team, I'm the quarterback.
I go through hoops just to get this money. Get that bag, little mama, don't be no dummy. Spend all my time hustling, might catch me running. Hurry, fill it up and keep it coming. Hula hoop, make this money, hula hoop. Come back around. Hula hoop, make your nigga hula hoop. Count the money up. He say I'm a handful, but I can't even hear him till my bag full. Come relax and tryna flex and get your tag full. And I'm not getting in unless the jack pull up. Or that EV Hummer truck. Have to charge a couple $1,000 in case these heels get scuffed. Don't accept bills that much. I deal with real wealth stuff. Just have to flip a couple gold bars. Ships off of my shoulder. Tips all on my stage cause I spit harder than Clone Stars. And most of the originals used to be humble. Now I rumble louder than thunder clouds. I was up under the gutter. Didn't get no love from my mother. Made it and get more and more like Joe, but don't ever stutter. Spread out that money like butter. Kids live a life like no other. Build up my sisters and brothers. Never go backwards, just further. Run it down like a dog, I'm Shakari. Ask me if I'm good and I'm like very. Cause I go through hoops just to get this money. Get that bag, little mama, don't be no dummy. Spend all my time hustling, might catch me running. Hurry, fill it up and keep it coming. Hula hoop, make this money, hula hoop. Come back around. Hula hoop, make your nigga hula hoop.
All right, that was hula hoop. Interesting title, but you know, after that description, I still think they sell us the weed on the side. But I'm gonna give it a shout out. I thought the track was well. It really plus I could actually distinguish the words. So I'm giving it a shout out. I like it.
Oh, no. I'm going to give it a shout out as well, but I also want to start an inquiry to see if they do have some product placement. Some Maui Wowie.
Hey, we got to visit their website.
Right, yeah.
And see what the real deal is. We got to see what the real deal is. Just like I said, you know. And I got to see what state. I see if they're one of them free states. All right.
They based in Colorado.
Yeah, that tells me something right there. Now, part two shout out. We will be featuring a performance from 13IRTHMARK. Now, I ain't even trying to figure it out, but hey, is that the sound of our favorite underwater friend? Oh, there he goes. There is Flipper.
Oh.
All right, it's time for Flip It, while hosts defend the view and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. Now, we slightly touched on this earlier. We wonder, between the Rockets and the Suns, which team has a bigger chance of being swept by their opponent? Defend. The Suns are playing the world champs and not playing well. They have a bigger chance of being swept. Kevvy Kev, defend.
Oh, they're definitely getting swept. There's no doubt about it. You misstated it, though. They're not just playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are playing them, there's no doubt. But they're also playing the refs. You see what he did? He called out the refs by name. You think it was tough to get a call? Oh, man, it's going to be impossible now. You better believe you better be calling an ambulance because you're not getting a foul call. No. They're getting blown out. They're getting swept. They might as well just already head back to Tucson or Phoenix or wherever they're from, man. Yeah, they ain't gonna win.
Yeah, Kevvy, I'm watching the Thunder, and I'm like, these boys ain't playing hard. You know, they are not. It's like we are not being challenged.
That's the embarrassing part about it, isn't it? Because you're right. Their second five is just as good as their first five, right? Their substituting doesn't even matter. I think they're going to have Holmgren bringing up the ball in the next game just to have some fun, just to see what can happen.
Oh, man.
Let the 7-footer roam.
Yeah, let him, oh, man. They might just. Well, hey, look, we're going to flip the script. The Suns are battling against the Thunder's best players. The Rockets are losing to Luke Kennard. They have a bigger chance of being swept. Mission Control, Rockets got an issue. And the issue is that the Lakers are playing without two of their top players. Two, not one, not two. And we ain't talking about any two. We're talking about Luka. And LeBron, while LeBron has, I'll just say LeBron has been, kind of like relaxed, but really competitive, but not like dominating anything. Because why do we need to dominate when Luke Kennard? And everybody, I'm looking at LeBron, and it's like he going, damn, I could have been playing with these guys all along. Hey, Luka, y'all go sit down too. He pacing himself. So, I think that the Thunder, the one thing is that the Thunder is a disciplined team, but when you kind of really whooping somebody, you do have that chance where you may take your foot off the gas a little bit, and they can overperform. But the Rockets, the way the Rockets are losing to the Lakers, one of these games, Luka or one of them gonna come back. And then what the Rockets gonna do? So they had a bigger chance of being swept. Kevvy Kev, the thing.
Well, okay. So the Rockets have a better chance of being swept for a couple of reasons. It is, as you say, it's almost as if you've taken the heart out of the Rockets, which is really just kind of hard to believe that they are gonna, that they're just going to lay down, right, and just not put any fight. But that's what they're giving us. There's no energy at all. And people talk about how old LeBron is. People forget KD ain't a youngster himself, right? And he said he has a knee injury. Well, you know, he had an Achilles injury that sidelined him for almost a year. He's banged up with a knee injury, and the kids don't look like they know what to do. Now, there's one other injury that we have not talked about that we should talk about. Fred VanVleet. And again, he's got a championship ring. He's been to the playoffs before. He's an excellent point guard to be able to settle the troops down, right? He's not quite as fast as he once was, but, you know, when you're looking for a savvy veteran to say everything's all right, we're going to weather the storm, he would have been that. They don't have that floor general. So without him, KD being banged up, they're going to get swept. They're going to get swept.
It's looking kind of sad for some folks out west, but terrible blow. But that's how it goes. Now we have a little more flipping, and this is where, Mike Vrabel, the head coach of the New England Patriots, is in a pile of doo-doo after the story came out about his affair, seemingly over several years, with a married reporter. Now, Mike is married himself. Mike will miss the NFL draft while he seeks counseling. Now, we wonder, if Vrabel had been a black head coach, would he have already been kicked to the curb? You know, we're going to defend a black head coach with the same credentials as Vrabel would get a break. Now, you know, I'm thinking of a couple of black head coaches, the main one being the ex-head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, not that he's fool enough to ever do something as stupid as this, but, you know, I'm just going to throw it out there because, you know, and he has credentials like Super Bowl wins as a head coach, which Vrabel ain't got. Now, so that's the only near where I can equate that to. And I would have to say that he'd get a break. He would get a break. Now, they would have handled it a lot better, but he would get a break. So, yeah, you know, a black head coach with same credentials, that built their team up, got them to where they got them. You gonna get that guy a break. Now, if you're a losing ass head coach, black head coach, right, you ain't going no. They can kick the ass to the curb. But if you win it, you know, winning solve a whole bunch of problems. Kevvy Kev defend.
Oh, you hit it right on the nail on the head. Winning solves a whole bunch of stuff. And let's not forget, they made it to the Super Bowl, right? I mean, this is a good team, right? Now, they didn't win it, right? But they got there. You got to give them some props for that. And I think Vrabel, I don't know what he's thinking, right? You know that his wife is now calling the shots. What sense does it make that he's going to miss the first day, but then he's going to come back the next 2 days? I mean, she just put her foot down and to say, I gotta have something from you which shows that I'm just as important as the game of football to you. And this is what I want. I don't think he had, well, once those photos surfaced, you know, in the last 24 hours, whatever leverage she had, it's gone. She's got it. She might also have something else in her hands. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about. I mean, this is a tough one. I mean, you know, when you start talking about credentials, the guy that I thought about was your favorite weatherman. You know what I'm talking about. Coach Getty Green, who would be able to always tell you when an Alberta Clipper was coming in. And sometimes he'd bang his fist on the table. I say you let him off the hook. Well, Mike Vrabel, you're not getting let off the hook on this one, my friend. There's going to have to be some gnashing of teeth.
Well, all right, this is Flip It, the only head coach, except for Andy Reid, would have been forced to resign. Mike Vrabel is special to the Patriots, and the owner knows a little about extramarital sex. I mean affairs. So, Vrabel, really, he is special to the Patriots, but he didn't win the Super Bowl.
Right.
He didn't win the Super Bowl. And if you ain't Andy Reid, where you done won the Super Bowls like all the ones he done won so far, they gonna go, man, we gotta let you go. You done beat up the stuff, you gotta let you go. But the Patriots owner does know a little bit about sex with someone you ain't married to, and getting caught. Now, I will say for Vrabel, he didn't pay for it.
Wow.
And given that the Patriots owner makes a little more money than the coach of his football team, Mike, whatever the situation, he didn't come out of pocket, so to speak, not in that way,
Yeah, not that pocket.
He might bought dinner, hey, they had fun, but not that way. So, I don't think it's a matter of a black, brown, or minority thing. If there wasn't that specialness to the Patriots, if he ain't Andy Reid, his ass be out. Defend.
Well, yeah, I think he would be out, right? I think he would be out. I think the trials and tribulations going on in Michigan, it looks like it's never going to end, right? I don't know why that continues to be something that the sordid details have to be brought out over and over again. And I think in this situation, had it been a black coach, it probably would be brought out over and over and over again, right? For better or for worse, right? Sex, booze, right? And vices, all those things sell in America, right? So we love a scandal. We love some scandal. And especially, now you haven't talked about the taboo, right? Now, a white reporter, black coach, oh, Lord, they'd be a Netflix series. It'd be a Netflix series by now. I feel sorry for, kind of the state of the world, but, the truth is the truth, right? There's been a brother, oh, my God, he's been gone by now.
All right, okay. By the way, Flipper was flapping, and okay, Flipper, don't get the water on me, buddy. But Flipper wanted everyone to know the rumors about him and the Little Mermaid are not true.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
So he wanted to make sure everybody knew that,
Ariel is a free agent? She's a free agent? All right, that's good to know.
Hey, if that's your forte. Now, okay, we're about to go to break. On the other side of the break, we have a performance from 13IRTHMARK on Shout Out Part 2. Please keep your ears glued to the speakers. Welcome back. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the crew. Now, on the second part of the shout out, we're featuring a track from 13IRTHMARK and their album, All She Do Is VIP. They say bringing quality lyrics and original sound back to hip hop while not having a dated sound without compromising his deliberate delivery, while dropping everlasting music and putting together classic albums. He all of that in a bag of chips? All right, let's check out the title track from his album, All She Do Is VIP.
Yeah. It's the 1 3 to make the B, you feel me? Got Dago Bud on it, you feel me? The B-U-D, you feel me? Yeah. You know
all she do is VIP. All she do is VIP.
You know that's all you do, right?
She do is VIP.
I ain't mad at you,
VIP. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP.
You treat yourself. Yeah.
I met her, didn't sweat her, but had to get her. Financially stagnant, didn't have myself together. Could tell she bout her cheddar, saw her bag with her friends with her. Sex appeal or make it solid 110. Was thinking convo over inexpensive dinner. She thinking spending big to earn the second one with her. Her pops did time, ex-drug dealer. She used to find the things, no scrubs, just winners. Not a pretender, not gonna overspend for her time. She see it as a bill, I'm into my rhymes. I appreciate the game, she respected mine. Financially, we just couldn't see eye to eye. Anyway, she floated away, should've been mine. Doing what I gotta do, out on the grind. I know that shape anywhere, and to my surprise, she right there standing in the VIP line. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP. She do is VIP.
Look who I see.
All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP. To the V.
Knock a little shot out. Yeah.
Been one of them days, matter of fact, one of them weeks. But you know how life go, it ain't for the weak. Conflict with family right now, don't even speak. Find out her ex-boyfriend a pedophile and creep. Usually go basics, lines don't bother her feet. She make good money, tonight she ain't cheap. Your homegirl birthday, heartbreak got you weak. But you ain't gonna let this day claim your defeat. Want the day over, but you can't even sleep. Outside tonight though, but you want your peace. Cut the rug a little something while you stay sucker free. You gotta hook up, but they free ain't free. Pay the fee and dress yourself down to the T. Walk past the line without us noticing them. Approach the bouncer with your ID and let them know, baby, all you do VIP. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP.
That's all you doing?
She do is VIP. To the V. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP. All she do is VIP. To the V.
With your boozy vibe. I got you. But you cute though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at you treating yourself, but you know what I mean? Like I said,
VIP.
Don't blow the bag, you know what I'm saying?
VIP.
Putting that shit over your necessities, but you know, get yours in, you feel me? Yeah.
Hey.
All right, all she do is VIP. She sound a little too expensive for me. You know, sometimes I gotta have a little ordinary. All right. I'm gonna give a track a shout out. I thought it was pretty smooth and groovy, and that the production was good. So I'm gonna give it a shout out. Kevvy Kev, what's the verdict?
Oh, I'm going to give it a shout out as well too. And like you, I had to put my right hand just on my, one $10 bill in my pocket because I felt like it was just going to leave my body. I can't afford that kind of lifestyle. That's a little too expensive for me.
No, hey, rich for my blood,
Yeah.
And all right.
You're talking Benjamin Franklin's. All I got is Jackson's.
Oh, you got some of them, okay. But better than Trump bills, but that's another story.
That's another story.
All right, this is the shout out for this week. You can check out the Winner's Circle plus 13th Earmark on the Old Grumpy Radio Network. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, please send your emails and tracks to talent@oldgrumpyradio.com. If you send them to any other place but Talent, it will not get heard. And let's see, the NBA Hardwood picks are coming at the start of the NBA Conference Championships. And let's see, our top stories to watch this week. My top story to watch is, will Wembanyama return from the concussion protocol in time for Game 3? Yeah. Kevvy Kev, what's your top story to watch?
Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking about doing something very similar with Wemby, but let's take it a different direction. Now, I want everyone to know I have a strong affinity for the First Lady, so I don't want this to be misconstrued in any way. I think the big story coming up is going to be the Knicks ouster from the playoffs in the first round. I think that's the story to watch. I don't want to cause her any harm. I don't want to, because I know she's very passionate about her Knicks. But I think that's going to be the big story.
That may be. I'm looking at it, and Brunson did not play all season.
No, and I was really surprised how much C.J. McCollum, we were talking earlier about the Rockets struggling without having another kind of elder statesman. I mean, C.J., he's not a young whippersnapper anymore, as they like you say down south. But he is coming in and putting up points when they need it. Scored a huge basket last night to give them the lead with 12 seconds, and then they just clamped down on the Knicks. They didn't give them anything at all and forced the Knicks into a turnover. They didn't even get a shot up, right? So Atlanta's got to be feeling sky high at this point, right? Sometimes you watch a game and you feel a team impose its will on the other one. It feels like that's what's starting to happen, is that Atlanta thinks we're the higher seed. We should be advancing, right? And the Knicks look like they're searching for answers. So that's my top story.
That's going to be pretty tough. All right. Check out our current and previous episodes at braspantiesandsports.com. And this is Spitface. Along with Kevvy Kev and the Funky Sports fans, you have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. Come back next week.